This boy becomes friends with a killer whale. One day, Johnny threw a fish into the water, but instead of eating it, the whale returned it back to Johnny. Then Johnny taught the whale how to eat the fish, but she wanted to eat it directly from Johnny's hands. The whale opened her mouth wide. Johnny was a little scared, but fed the fish to the whale anyway, and the whale happily spouted water into the air. Johnny then gathered the courage to pat the whale, but before he could, the whale itself came close to him. Later, when Johnny started to leave, the whale also began to follow alongside him. Then the whale rolled over, surprising Johnny. Johnny waved his hand, and the whale also responded by moving her fin the same way. Johnny was overjoyed. Soon, whatever Johnny did, the whale began copying him. The instructor standing nearby was shocked to see this. She made him the whale's trainer. Within no time, the two built a deep relationship. One day, the whale's owner came to see the whale himself. He was very happy to witness Johnny's bond with the whale and decided to organize a show. But on the day of the show, the whale got very scared because children were banging hard on the glass of the aquarium. The loud noise frightened her. In a trembling voice, the whale signaled Johnny to cancel the show. But Johnny couldn't do anything. He had to start the show. The whale was forced to perform. As soon as the show began, she dove into the water. But the children started banging even harder on the glass. This time, the whale lost her temper and rammed into the aquarium with force. People screamed and ran in panic. The owner immediately ordered the aquarium to be checked. It turned out the whale's strike had loosened a screw. Water had started to leak out, but instead of tightening the screw, the worker made a plan to get rid of the whale. That night, the whale cried out in pain. Hearing her cries, Johnny climbed up the tower and realized that the whale was missing her family. Johnny felt heartbroken. Suddenly, he saw a spark inside the aquarium. Johnny rushed down and saw some men were escaping after unscrewing bolts of the aquarium. If the whale died, the owner would receive a huge insurance payout. Now the water was gushing out even faster. Johnny screamed and called for the guard, but the sound of the rushing water was too high. When the guard finally came out to check, Johnny suggested they had to release the whale back into the ocean. Just then, the trainer also arrived and joined the rescue plan. At sunrise, they loaded the whale onto a trailer and took her straight to the ocean. At last, the whale was free. Everyone was overjoyed. Johnny said final goodbye to the whale with tears in his eyes. He only wanted it to reunite with its family because